welcome to the Logcast, Season 2, Episode 29. I am one of your hosts, Jephren Perez, also known as Rare Fanatic, and I'm joined today by our regular host, Dave.
Hello.
And Kev's not able to make it today, but we do have two wonderful guests joining us. We've got Adam.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Adam. Hi, welcome to the show. And longtime Rare and Friends Logcast guest star co-host person, Andrew.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm here to ruin the podcast again.
You forgot to include
As we all know.
Music Man as his title. It's very important.
Yeah, that's my
our
official title.
Rare and Friends
That's what they
Music
all-
Man.
Yes.
And
dare
he loves
you.
Tropical Freeze.
I really do like Tropical
He
Freeze,
does. That's his MO.
I mean, everyone should. So here we are, back for another week, and
yeah,
what's
we've
been going on this week?
things and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of things?
Things that involve strange men in bowler hats and pale skin who don't wear any pants.
Except
So
for
me?
pants if you're English.
Oh, I didn't
Trousers.
They don't wear any trousers.
this week.
Pardon? I didn't
Yeah,
catch
Rare,
that.
Rare posted a new video for National Underwear Day that was or maybe it was the day after, but it was for the making of It's Mr. Pants.
The greatest DIY soundtrack.
Wasn't that?
Only me.
Didn't we see him talking about it the whole time?
That was. I'm so happy they did that video. I didn't think they would.
Nowhere.
This was really great to see that just pop up randomly in my see my cell notifications just light up. It's Mr. Pants.
Was that the first Rare revealed video that wasn't a game from Rare Replay?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Or at least
really
not
sure,
related
but, like,
to
no.
one, because I mean they've done ones about Project Dream and stuff.
Yeah, I
But-
might have to quickly
But
check
that ultimately became Banjo, so it
Yeah,
was sort of
yeah.
the making of Banjo either way. This one is completely
What I
unrelated to anything
also
else.
thought was funny, despite the
One.
fact that Mr. Pants was created by Lee Loveday, it's not a trace of him in the video.
I was about to say that. I was really sad that they didn't get him to do an interview and just have Mr. Pants over his face.
Yeah, they could blur out his
Well-
face and make a joke out of it or something. Like he's in witness protection.
What Phil's witness protection.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Lee the one doing the interviews though? Wasn't he
For the
one?
most part, yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was.
He can interview
I thought
himself.
Aaron
It's
Jones
possible.
had done that video. He commented about that online.
Right. Yeah, he was like, I did a thing, but it was mostly Aaron this time, or something like that. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
More or less his exact
They were
words.
very proud of him, and they hung it on the fridge.
Additional news is in relation to that was Lee Loveday posted a write-up on the making of Rare Replay, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, yeah, that was really in-depth. That was another great article by the man
And it's
himself.
serialized, so we get another part.
Exactly.
I have not been able to read that yet, but I very
Oh.
much want to.
It is an excellent read. I highly recommend it.
Definitely.
And let's see, for Win Wednesday, Rare went a little nuts and was giving away 40 different glow-in-the-dark pirate skellies, which you two both already have.
Maybe I have a
because-
chance.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah,
Mm.
exclusive. Which
Oh.
we haven't talked about, but you guys were actually at San Diego Comic-Con at the Rare panel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's...
it's
And
a
that is,
pretty good
probably the main
panel.
reason we got you guys on here today. if you
Yeah.
guys will-
It's like, yeah, we were invited here for a reason. And we're not just here to spout nonsense.
Yeah, it's not like you guys actually like us or even tolerate us.
Oh,
No,
come
we just use you
on.
for your experience.
Yes. I must live vicariously through you. And since I can't, pull off the back of your head and crawl into your brain as you go to these events, this is the best thing.
It's a
I don't
very
know.
nice. It's a very nice figure. Okay, it glows in the dark and everything. It's amazing.
How's
Yeah,
the
you-
craftsmanship? Does it look like a cheap plastic mold, or does it look like there's some...
It's pretty decent quality.
Take it out of the box, or did you leave it in?
I inadvertently took it out of the box because I had to take it on the bus with me, and so it was halfway opened.
Oh,
Oh, bummer.
So,
maybe you can win another
That's
one.
okay. Yeah.
I'd be mad if you get 2 of them.
Right.
But yeah, it's exciting stuff. I guess the other big thing that happened is Jeff. Jeff once again was very famous this week, being featured in
Yeah,
the
he's the
community.
log star child. Actually, that's why they don't have me on anymore. It's because Jeff's.
Oh,
The
that's
superstar.
Yeah, Jeff's going with Chad and Heil every week to spend secret play sessions at Rare.
Yeah, pretty much. We just every Sunday we fly out there and come back Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
you know,
shit, you're
it's
hanging
not
out
traveling, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
hanging out with Craig Duncan and Aaron Greenberg and all these people.
Right.
I'm just expecting you next to like become personal friends with Phil Spencer and go play golf with him or something. I figure that's the next step with you.
I'm working on it.
Then from Phil Spencer, you move up to like I don't know, like Bill Gates, and then
Right.
I don't know from there the president.
It's the lake from him, so you know, like practically neighbors.
Yeah, that's true. Just go over and borrow a cup of sugar from old Bill.
Right. Sure.
I mean, it's not that far from you from Oregon, so just drive up there real quick.
Yeah, it's like a 3-hour drive there, and then with traffic, it's a 6-hour drive back. Pretty terrible.
Yeah,
I think next
It's
time I go
about
up there, I'm
how long
gonna
wait
stay the
behind a
night
comic
and not try to make it a day trip
yeah.
because that was a nightmare.
Okay, so to retouch upon the Rare revealed question from a couple minutes ago, it looks like the only other game that they did that wasn't on the collection looks like the look at 12 Tales. They did
Okay.
that.
Which
But see, and I kind of count that as the same as like Dream, where it's sort of it's not a game in it, but it was the making of, like it was the
Right.
direct path
Yeah.
to conquer Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, they did that and the Getting Me Evil.
Right.
yeah.
So that one, yeah, those unreleased ones, those ones are not obviously.
Yeah, those are like
Couple-
the only two.
Yeah, I think those ones too kind of at least fit into the expansion of their replay package because they had videos about unreleased games in Rare
Yeah.
Replay. So those
As far as
just
released rare games, and especially Game Boy Advance rare games, this is definitely
Yeah,
a
'cause
first
this
and
was an
helping they do more.
Yeah, that's what was different because it's an actual making of a game that wasn't in the collection. So I'm hoping they get some more. Or maybe this is a sign. Some handheld DLC. Come on, Rare, come
I
on.
hope so.
Speaking of 12 Tales, though,
Mhm.
there was just recently like a news thing like a week ago. I don't know if you guys saw this, but someone found a US N64 DD unit.
Yeah,
And-
I
did
saw
see
that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they actually found like a blue disc, and it's been said that apparently that blue disc is more like a demo disc, which would have like multiple games on it for people to like for them to show at like trade shows and stuff. So some people are wondering like, do you think there's some sort of demo for like 12 Tales on there that could be dumped online or something?
Interesting.
I
Only
doubt it.
hope. Yeah, I
It'd be
doubt
nice,
it too,
though.
but we can hope.
You never know. Like I'm excited,
It'll
even
be
if
the
it's
next
not.
Mother 3.
Even if it's not on there, I bet you there's going to be some history on that disc. Like, if it's some, even if it's just like a E3 demo of some game we've never had before, you'd see like compare it, see some differences. It'd be pretty cool.
It's,
The main
the
game for that
N64
wasn't Dungeons
port
and
of
Dragons.
Putt Putt Goes to the Circus.
It's just gonna be It's just gonna be like Goshen the Giant, like all the other N64.
Oh, yeah.
DD.
It was the only one I ever knew about. That was the big title for it.
What if it's just a game no one's ever heard of before? Like you pop it in and it's Super Mario 64 2.
Dude.
All cash.
Luigi's Revenge.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what comes of that. Keep my eye on it. There's been a lot of really cool discoveries lately. With like.
Did you see the breakdown of the Nintendo PlayStation?
Yeah, on the Ben Heck show where they repaired it.
That was so cool. They got it. They got it partially working anyway.
Yeah, they did an update, and he says that he found the part to fix the CD drive now. So he's going to order it, and the next time he meets up with those guys, they're going to try to fix the CD drive too.
cool.
Or at least the lasers.
Which again will be cool, but there's no content for it, so it's not that cool. Unless
there's fan-created content.
That would be awesome.
Like the ROM.
The processing power for that.
The ROM for the BIOS for it's just the whatever they call it, the Super CD attachment, has already been dumped, and there've actually been fan games developed for it already. So all they have to do is burn one of them to a disc. Yeah, there's actually a game. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about you play as a Sony executive who gets angered because the Nintendo PlayStation was discovered. You just go around the office destroying things and stuff. That's one of the games they made for it. Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that yet. I do know it exists, although it is a bit odd to me though, just because it's cool that it exists, but there's really no official games for it.
Right. Exactly. There's no software at all official, but the fact that it booted up and they could see the bootloader and that that's just that alone was cool.
And you can still
play SNES cartridges.
Yeah,
just fine,
you can play I guess I don't know if
play great games like Donkey Kong Country 2.
That's true.
And nothing else.
Just a cool relic to have,
Yeah. I love the story of how they got it too. It was just this company going out of business, and they just bought everything and put it up in the attic. And somebody was talking about it, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I've got one of those in my attic. No big deal." It's "Isn't everybody?" And they're like, "No, nobody's ever seen one of these before."
Okay, I wonder if that was close to the final one, because there's actually been other ones that surfaced, at least from a design-wise, but I don't think they all were in that condition, but they had different form factors.
This one definitely had final production quality exterior. The inside still looked like they were prototyping, but holy crap.
Yeah.
Cannot believe that deal fell through. It's just freaking Nintendo.
Yeah. Hey, let's stab them. Let's stab Sony in the back. I'm sure that'll go well for us. What were they going to do? Develop their own console and take over the industry?
Electronic powerhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it turned out fine for them. I mean, they partnered with Philips and made 3 great Zelda games.
What really sucks about that deal is that they never even got their CD-ROM attachment. Just Philips got a bunch of licensed Zelda games for their crappy console. Oh man.
Nintendo did not play well with other companies back then.
No, they did not. They still
don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's a tiny thread holding together Nintendo and Microsoft. They have this mutual friendship right now.
Right. They're neighbors that are not hostile with each other. And especially with
just
the Minecraft thing kind of holding them together.
It's just a home improvement, just howdy neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Microsoft really wants to do stuff with them, just based on what Phil Spencer says, but I think Nintendo still just marches to the beat of their own drum, and they're perfectly content doing that. But
one day.
That is not what we're here to talk about.
That Rare can get permission to do Rare reveals of Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that, because I would love to hear them talk about it and show some old prototype footage or whatever from it, because they have it, but even when we were there talking with them, they talked obviously completely open about it and things they were doing and this, that, and the other, but they literally can't talk about it on public or whatever, because it's Nintendo's. It's not their spot to talk about it.
Yep.
Anyways, we went to Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago.
That was a brilliant segue.
Good segue. It was just so smooth, no abruption.
Yeah.
You're a true professional.
I would give you a high five, but you're over the internet. So.
Internet high fives are a thing, guys. Come on. There you go. I heard that. That was real. So, anyway, yeah, if you guys want to
at Comic-Con.
What was that, Jeff?
I was gonna say what you were saying. Tell us about your experience with Comic-Con.
Walk us through your experience and let us live vicariously through you.
So I got on a Greyhound and I bussed 8 hours, and then we went to Comic-Con and I waited 8 hours in line, and then I saw a panel, and it was fun.
Was it a wood panel?
Yeah.
I love wood paneling.
So you want to talk about the Rare panel a little bit?
I don't know. I thought we were going to talk about the wood paneling, I
Yeah.
think they made the wrong decision to use a oak instead of a nice strong birch. But
Mm.
I have to respect their decisions. They're the one hosting the panel.
Yeah, it's a common
Yeah.
mistake. You don't know.
I
Um,
hear the wood rots a lot easier in birch.
But you
So,
can make out of wood panels pirate ships.
you
You
know,
guys see any pirate ships?
just because this is called the Logcast, guys, I'm not talking about actual logs made of wood. You realize? So,
God.
I'm not
Yeah.
forgiving you for that pun.
yes, we're taking all the
Why do you
periods out of
even
our
have-
names, so it's just an actual Logcast now.
So today's topic: what happened to all the birch in South Africa?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Or we could just talk about like which log burns the best in my fireplace. Except I don't have a fireplace.
So Rare's panel. It was a good
Alright.
panel. They talked about
panel.
art.
Art.
Yes, it consisted of Adam Park, Ryan Stevenson, Joe Neat, and
Pete Hentz.
the other Peter Hens. Yes,
Peter Hens.
It
Yep.
escapes me.
There you go.
They
That's one.
talked a lot about the art of the game, which was mostly Ryan Stevenson finally getting to show off all these amazing pieces of artwork
Mhm.
that they had just been like just saving up. They talked about how everything has a story to it. Everything should not look new and polished. They
Oh, and
try
we
to
should
make
mention that as of this recording, the panel is actually viewable online, I believe now.
Yes.
Oh
That
yes,
it is.
yes
On Rare's
indeed.
official channel.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have like a highlight video from.
Yes, they have a blooper reel of what they had to cut out of the Sea of Thieves gameplay trailer
I
because
think it was the extreme reactions.
Yeah.
yes,
It's like no one will believe these reactions.
Yeah.
which it was funny because they were going to show us that live, but they couldn't get the video to work, so they had to scrap
No.
it.
Well, that's fine by me. I wouldn't have wanted to be embarrassed in front of all those people.
Instead, you get embarrassed in front of the whole internet.
Right, I get online,
Yeah,
which,
you-
lives in infamy.
Well, you still got embarrassed in front of the entire Microsoft audience during E3.
Right, exactly. But I was a paid actor, so it's okay.
Yeah, of course. You got a
joke will
nice
never
sound from Microsoft there. Anyways, they had a very good audience, actually. The audience loved the gameplay trailer. They were laughing along with it. They were really
Good.
enjoying the scenery. They showed some other videos also. One was just of them like screwing around with all the physics, like
Right.
the clouds in the day and night
That
cycle.
looked so cool in the video. I was
Yeah.
like, that. I hope they make that, and like there's a way to access that within the game because I want to like turn wheels and change clouds.
Yeah, I
I hope it's an Easter egg.
I hope that's some sort of like weird secret debug island that you can visit like post game
Yeah, that would be
and just
so
like
cool.
go around with everything. That'd be amazing.
How many people
I doubt it, but
were
we can hope
in the audience? Was there a big turnout? It looked, there was a lot of excitement for the game.
It was packed. Like the whole room
Yeah,
was packed.
It was actually pretty packed. We got there like at the exact right time before like people started lining up behind us, because we almost messed up because outside when we were waiting to get into the convention center, we saw the Skullduggers band from E3, and so we decided to go down there and say hi. And so we walked out of line just as we were about to walk into the convention center.
Yeah, because we prioritized the Skullduggers instead of getting
mean-
into the convention.
As one should, but yeah.
I hope those guys need to record an album. Like,
I know, that would
that'd be
sick.
awesome.
I want to hear like a live album. You know what? I'd actually buy that, like a soundtrack.
I would-
Skullduggers at E3, Skullduggers at Comic Con. Different like live tracks from those.
Like maybe if they do like a special like limited collector's edition of the game with like a Skullduggers soundtrack or something, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
Yes,
That'd be super cool.
on 8-track. Only 8-track. Because that's what pirates use. It's more authentic that way.
I think vinyl's
Right.
popular.
Yeah, or vinyl.
Vinyl. They could do whatever in the little animation they play on their music postings, whatever that thing is. It looks like it's playing like a rock record.
This is an
It's one of those.
old school
Yeah, but
player.
we weren't the only ones there that we knew, because actually our good friend Amir from Killer
Yeah.
Instinct was in the audience also. He was like literally right behind us during the panel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
a cool guy.
Yeah, can I just say, I have no idea how Amir makes it to like all these events. Like, if he
Dedicated.
sort of like secret riches, has this like private jet he just uses to get around.
Probably. It's not probably the same way he gets every single bit of weird merchandise ever made somehow.
It's like an underground tunnel that he jumps in, and then all of a sudden he's in Comic-Con.
I feel like Amir is probably like Batman or something. Like,
Yeah, I would believe
No,
that.
I had a theory that Amir is
Correct.
actually like the secret child of like Chris and Tim Stamper that they just never told anyone about. So that
Manufactured.
somehow he has all this stuff.
wait, how can he be he's a child of both Chris and Tim Stamper? How does that work?
Well,
He was artificially engineered. He was a cyborg.
Using advanced computer modeling.
Yeah, those
Enemy of
ACM.
ACM graphics.
So he's a product of lab created incest? Is that what you're saying?
Cloning, not incest. Cloning. Big difference.
By the way, Amir, if you are listening to this, we love you.
We do.
very sorry.
We're just
I
insanely jealous of
apologize
all
for
the
the
cool
people
stuff
I
you do.
associate.
Yeah, we're just jealous.
Yeah.
We are.
I keep threatening to just kind of go down and visit him and see his museum.
It's a rare museum.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna come see it.
I'd love to do that also. He's got such a cool collection.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You
back.
guys love Amir so much. Why don't you just marry him?
I already
Okay.
did. Gosh.
Just we're
I
through.
don't know how his wife or my wife would feel about that, but I'll do it.
He's okay. He gets it all the time, probably.
So anyway,
Anyways,
So Amir was there with you guys. You guys were at the panel.
Yeah.
You guys see some new footage. Is there
Yeah.
anything in particular that you didn't know about beforehand that you were really impressed with?
I
Ghost
really
Pirates were
yeah.
nice.
yeah, the Ghost Pirates were really nice, and I loved what they did with the Mer person model. How they like
Yeah.
every time they like transitioned him, he'd become like more and more deformed. Like
Mhm.
I'm really interested to see if there's like actual underwater exploration that you can actually do in the game. Like if you can turn into like a Mer person, that would be
Yeah, Jeff, we're really curious about from people that played the game to tell us and give us the hot scoop.
Due to non-disclosure agreement, I cannot comment or confirm or deny this statement.
yeah,
Uh,
it would be interesting if that's like think of like vampirism or becoming a werewolf in like Skyrim or something, where that could be like a condition that gets inflicted onto you, and you have to go get yourself cured to turn back into a normal pirate.
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
who knows? Maybe hopefully that closed beta begins soon.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
they recently sent out questionnaires or something.
They did, yeah. Anybody that was signed up to the newsletter from the
But
website.
you're not supposed to say what you answered on the questionnaire, so I can't tell you that I really like
Oh.
Tropical Freeze. And I put Tropical Freeze for my favorite.
I don't know if I could have sworn I signed up for updates, but I don't think I got the survey.
Oh, shoot.
Hmm.
Well, sign up again, just in case.
I will.
Check your
No,
spam. Check your spam filter.
no shot of a beta for me. I'm undeserving. What's it? Who's it from? Who's it listed as?
I think it's from
sender?
Sea of Thieves at Microsoft.com as
Okay.
the sender.
Cool.
Yes,
I'll take a look.
please.
Yeah.
Everything
anyways,
goes to my
here's
spam.
my-
Everything important goes to my spam folder. I don't even know why.
Always happens to me.
Yeah, and I'll get all this crap, like junk mail in my inbox.
Right.
But
Yep.
oh well.
Anyway, well, and then you guys did get to sit down and talk to Joe after the panel, right?
Yeah, I actually got to personally interview Joe Neat for the website that I work for, which was gracious enough to actually give me a Comic-Con pass this year. They're geekscape.net. If you want to check them out, they are really awesome guys. I got to interview Joe Neat. We talked a bit about the community and the game, and it was just really fun. He's a great
Yeah,
guy.
so they talked about the Sea of Thieves contest, and I had to edit a bit out of this interview where he looked over to me and he says, "Oh, you almost won." And I
God.
died a little inside, but I was also very happy to hear that.
Yeah, I can tell you they talked about your entry quite a bit when I was over there. How creative it was and how much they liked it. So
I guess they just hate pie because mine was apparently awful, and I should never try ever again. Anything else.
Oh, no,
love pie.
Everyone likes
So
pie, except for me.
I'm just gonna sit here with my rare mug that I got from winning one of their last one of their like contests like a year ago, and I'm just gonna cry into it now.
Aw.
Salty tears.
It's alright, not everyone can win. There's so many good entries. It's so easy for people to get lost.
I mean, they were talking about that too, like just how tough it was during that last the last week when so many entries
Well,
came
see,
in.
here's the thing, though. They should have picked mine so that I could have gone to rare.
Well, yeah.
So that's your only argument with that?
Could have picked mine.
Just saying, you guys missed out on a great opportunity.
Yeah, because you would have gotten to meet the Agent Ape. I would have been like, "Do you know who I am? I am Agent Ape."
Yeah,
And
they would have been like,
they'll be like, "Who the heck is that?" Be like, "Oh, I guess you do hate
No.
me."
no, they'd be like, oh,
Pocket
yeah.
Shells ROMs. And use them to hack it together a new 3D version.
Wow.
Yeah, no, don't you know, Ape? They would have been like, oh, you're the Agent Ape, as in the Agent Ape who's creating Conker's Pocket Tales HD in
Yeah,
Project.
speaking of, the Project Spark servers close next week.
Aw.
Son of a gun.
So,
God, it's so depressing.
unrelated.
That's news, I guess.
I thought
So
it was.
if you want to download the Alvin and the Chipmunks Project Spark game featuring Conker, now is your chance to do so.
Oh, man,
I
don't-
actually still saw the physical box copy for Project Star in the store the other day, and I was like, I hope no one buys that.
God, yeah. I know, I need
Someone's gonna get really screwed. Someone's gonna see that. It's like, oh, awesome! I'm gonna go buy this, take it home. Oh, what? The server's down. I just
Nothing
wasted-
works.
Yeah, Project Spark didn't have a very long shelf life, all
No.
things considered.
It was about 2 years, and that was about it.
Hi, puppy.
Oh, sorry, that's my dog. I didn't know she was coming.
Special guest Tula.
Yes. So yeah, we have another guest on the show this episode. It is a dog.
Surprise.
It's
What
a
up,
Doge.
dog?
What up, dog?
Anyway.
Anyways, so that was about it for inside the convention. Sadly,
Okay.
Sea of Thieves was not playable, which actually got me really disappointed and sad.
That's a bummer.
So,
But at the Nerd HQ, they had a sort of Microsoft setup over there where they had tons of playable demos, which all were very fun. But they had a 180 degrees Sea of Thieves photo op, which was actually really cool.
Yeah, you got to dress up like a pirate, and they took a picture of you, and then you got it either in GIF format or video format, and then they also gave you a picture, and I'm very happy to have it.
Yeah, and then after that, they also gave you a free Sea of Thieves sleeve and stickers.
Yeah, you got sleeves and stickers,
nice.
Dang, I'm so jealous.
and there's
Yeah,
one of the stickers
sticker.
is just a rare logo, so that went like on my 3DS immediately next to my Donkey
Yeah.
Kong sticker. So
I don't know where I would put that. I don't like.
Yeah.
That's a really big decision.
I know.
I actually have the Sea of Thieves logo on my laptop right now. I pasted it over the Lenovo logo.
There you go.
As you should.
I need to put a sticker on my Raspberry Pi case, so maybe if I had one, maybe I would have put it there.
all right, I will send it to
Go
you.
buy a Raspberry Pi.
I still have extra stickers.
You don't have a Raspberry Pi, Jeff?
No, I want one. I know.
I need to buy a new one because I got one right before the 3 came out that has wireless and Bluetooth. It can actually.
Right.
We were just over this. We don't like pie.
Yeah, well,
That,
if you
that won't
guys
win to the rare
wanted a
contest.
raspberry pie, you guys could have just eaten mine.
Right.
Because,
Submitted a raspberry
we're
Pi.
clearly talking about dessert and not, single board
Well,
computers.
we're just talking about dessert. We were talking about Adam's entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, how awful it was.
Or was it blueberry? Or was it
I'm
blueberry
sure it
and
was
raspberry?
great.
Did you eat it afterwards? At least.
Oh yeah, I definitely ate it. It was
Okay, good.
actually really good.
Good.
No, I would have never let that thing go bad. It had berries on it, and those go bad in like a couple of days afterwards.
Yeah, they get squishy.
What if you made a pie out of raspberry pies? And you bit into it, and then you just bit into circuit boards?
That would be painful.
That would be terrible. Sorry, I just started to
Anyway.
get that mind image when you guys were talking about actual pie right after talking about single boards computers, and I thought I'd share. So, anyway,
Thank you so much for sharing.
You're
I'm
welcome.
learning a lot.
sharing is caring, Or something
Yeah.
like that.
So as far as rare goes, that's pretty much all that was at
So-
Comic-Con.
So,
Alright.
was Joe the only one you got to talk to? Did you get to talk to anyone else, or was it just?
We got to briefly talk to the other people, but we mostly talked with Joe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
I
you
guess
got
the other
a
thing
long
is
interview.
that we took full advantage of Chad and Hyle's business cards that they gave.
yes, if
Yeah,
you want
which
to hear
they-
that story, listen to the
They
conversation.
should have never done that.
Oh,
It's a
Lord.
fantastic story that you should all listen to that podcast for the conversation.
I guarantee you it will move you to tears. And just like the original Mother for the Famicom, there is no crying until the end.
I did not
Yeah.
get that reference. But
It's
that's
okay.
Alright.
It's okay.
Because I've never beat Earthbound Zero or Earthbound Beginnings or whatever the hell.
Earthbound
they call it.
Beginnings. Yes, you got to use the
I've
proper-
never played an Earthbound game.
I've gone like halfway through each of them and then just stopped after that. I just hit
Yeah,
like
that's why you went to an Earthbound convention like a few days ago, right after Comic-Con.
exactly.
See, I'm with Adam. I do the same thing. I've started all of them but never finished them. All three.
It's okay. Aside from Mother 3, I think they start to drag halfway through.
Yeah.
Mother
Testament
3
to
only
them.
gets a good halfway through.
It's a bummer. So,
So, Comic-Con in general was very fun.
Yeah, there
They
are a lot
had-
of lines.
Yeah, there were a lot of lines, but luckily, if you are press, you can skirt some of those lines.
Yeah, and if
Well,
you have
Just specifically, the entrance to get into the con.
other than
Nice. Dem press
that, you
passes.
have to walk 2 laps around the whole convention center.
Oh yeah, we definitely did that.
oh yeah, we were
That
all
sounded
around in
terrible.
circles.
Yeah, I saw you guys got a pick with Megaran. I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there's some other guy I didn't recognize who you were with too. I can't remember his name, but
Yeah, so we got pictures with Lauren Faust, who's like the creative Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and like
She hold on. She is not the creator. She is the
Well,
wife.
she's-
of Craig.
she's the wife of the
Is-
creator. Yeah.
Oh,
She's a very talented female animator, and you should support her in whatever she's doing because she is really good.
Yeah.
And that panel was also really good. We also met Mark Summers, host of Double Dare. That was awesome.
no way. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was just standing around. We were like, "Oh my god, can we get a picture with you?" It's like,
Yeah,
it's
he
Mark
was just
Summers.
randomly around the Nick booth, like just weirdly enough. Like he
That's so
wasn't
cool.
there for any special occasion. He was just walking around during preview night. We're like, oh my god, that's Mark Summers, host of Double Dare. That's amazing.
you have to say that
And
after.
what
his
would
name.
you do?
But not only that, we also got to meet Kirk Fogg, host of Legends of the
No
Hidden Temple.
way.
Yes,
So
and
awesome.
I had the most amazing interview for that. I had the most amazing interview with them, and sadly, that interview may be lost to time because I lost my laptop during the trip.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty
So
bad.
sorry.
It was
Oh.
so good, though. I'm just like holding out the tiniest bit of hope that one day I will find that and I'll be able to put it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Maybe
That's
in the
really cool.
future, start saving stuff to your one like a cloud storage or something if you go to something like this.
Yeah, I'm thinking next year I will definitely upload everything automatically to OneDrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do at this point.
Did you meet? I could have sworn I saw you picture with the angry video game nerd. Did you meet him?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
it's me.
briefly talked to James Rolfe because he was on the panel with
Pat the NES Punk.
Pat the NES Punk, who we also interviewed, and that interview actually went live. So,
Yes,
Oh, good.
just a couple of days ago, earlier this week. That panel had Pat the NES Punk, James Rolfe, Black Nerd Comedy, and Pixel Dan. It was a pretty cool panel. Oh, and Ian, who's also part of Pat's channel. He's a real cool guy.
Awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've checked out all of those, but of course, I know James from his amazing angry video game nerdness. I think I've seen some of the Black Nerd Comedy before. Don't think I've seen anything from Pat though.
Is that yours?
Yeah, Pat's a really cool guy. I got an interview on the spot with him. He was just
Cool.
really cool. So is James. He is like super nice in person.
Yeah, I always got that sort of vibe from him, especially when you watch his sort of not in character videos. He just seems so chill and laid back.
Yeah, that's what I love about him. Like I almost love his like movie stuff now more than some of his other AVG and stuff. But like I still love him. He's a very talented guy.
I love the shit he does to his basement, like how he like turned it into like at one point he had it looking like a 90s like video cassette blockbuster store or something. I was like, that's awesome.
That basement is like a fire hazard waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And every time I watch his videos, it just makes me like I need this as much disposable income as he has because I need all of those things.
But
so there were a lot of demos at the Nerd HQ.
there were. We played Recore.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So that's by like X Retro Studios devs.
Yeah.
And like you can definitely tell in the presentation and stuff. Like it feels kind of like a Metroid Prime game, especially like the way the puzzles work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely does feel like a mix between something that Retro would do with Metroid Prime and Mega Man, because Keiji Inafune is attached to this project. He was actually working on this game simultaneously with Mighty Number 9, which is probably why Mighty Number 9 didn't come out so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so the game looks great, but it's got some frame rate issues and stuff that we definitely noticed.
Yeah, it's got some pretty bad frame rate dips during some of the parts, but and I really do think like some of the mechanics, like the shooting mechanics, could be improved. Like roll dodge would be really good for that game. But I actually do like that you have to like switch between ammo, like different colored ammo to kill certain
that's cool.
opponents. Yeah.
See, I was bad at the game, and I gave up the demo halfway through. So he was a trooper and got through the whole thing.
No, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I think it can either be really bad or really good. It could be really good because of Retro, or really bad because I have no faith in Inafune anymore.
I liked what I played of like the puzzles and stuff, but I didn't like the combat at all. So I kind of got bored with it.
Oh yeah, there's this really great the mechanic where you can swap like sort of like animal buddies. There's these sort of like companions to you, and one of them sort of like a spider that you like grapple onto, and he'll like walk on like the side of the walls and stuff. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Spider Ball in Metroid Prime, except it goes like automatically. So like you're on rails, and then it like jumps you off, and you gain momentum and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, it looks like a really interesting game. It's one of those games I wish we kind of covered, but we technically don't. But we'll still probably end up talking about it a little bit because I'm sure we're all going to get it.
Mm-hmm. I was
like,
so focused on Sea of Thieves for E3 that I forgot to I just haven't checked out anything about it, so I need to really look into it.
To me, one of the biggest downsides is that it's coming out in the most crowded month ever, which is September. Like every single game being in September this year.
Right,
It's
because there's...
ridiculous.
What else is September? Because a lot of games got delayed till next year, because there's, I just had one and then I forgot exactly what I was going to say.
I don't know. Has
Oh,
stuff been done? I don't think so.
well, there's... Oh, is it Skyrim Remastered that's also in September?
I think that is in September.
Then
I don't know.
there's
There's
the
Well,
Destiny
September is usually
expansion.
like a rush month.
Right.
Game devs try to get their games out by September so that they're ready for the holidays as well. Um, so
Yeah, there's...
like it makes sense why they're doing it like they are, but
I
it's
just,
definitely like everything is coming out at once, and it's
yeah.
definitely a lot of competition.
That's usually the way it is
uh,
every year. I feel like, honestly, this year is a little bit less than normal as far as the amount of games that are coming out at once. Like, yes, last year I straight up, there was so many games I didn't buy until later because there's so much crammed together. And this year, there's like, not really that much. The stuff I was most excited about, like Sea of Thieves and Ukulele and stuff like that, it's all coming out next year now.
It's always
So,
like September. It's always
yeah.
like at least September, but I think um I think every single game we saw was like September of this year at Comic-Con. It was actually
yeah.
kind of getting annoying.
Um,
Like,
actually,
which
there's
one do I buy?
to also tell you guys, there was another great game that we played at the Nerd HQ. That was called Deformers. It's by the same studio, Ready at Dawn, who did the Order 1886, and it's like the complete opposite of that game. It's like this. It's sort of like this fighting party game. It's
Yeah, I
really fun.
saw that. I wasn't sure what to make of it. I was really confused. Is that multi-platform or is that PS4 exclusive?
It's multi-platform.
It is multi-platform. It's like Xbox One,
Oh, okay.
PC. It's like PS4. It's really fun though. It's like you play these weird like balls that are animals. You just sort of go around and knocking into everybody, trying to like blow them up.
Ah, okay.
It's really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was very, very bad at it. That's kind of a recurring pattern for me. Is I'm very good at video games.
How about that Donkey Kong though?
That's like my
There were some other games that were there that we didn't get to try though that I wanted to, like Dead Rising 4 was being demoed. I did not get to try that, which kind of kills me because I've been wanting to finally try to get into that series.
We got to try the Resident Evil 4 demo, but that
Resident
wasn't
Evil
actually
7.
yeah, Resident Evil 7. Why did I say 4?
I was like, what year is this?
Yeah, we got to play it. It's the killer app for the GameCube. I think the GameCube's really gonna come out on top this year.
Yeah, I said the wrong number. I don't know where I'm getting 4. But yeah, we tried Resident Evil 7, but that wasn't even the gameplay. That was like more a demonstration of the VR.
Yeah, it was the VR demo from last year when it was under the name Kitchen. But it was still creepy, and it actually made me believe in VR a bit.
Yeah, I think it was
enjoyed it.
really well done. And see, I could actually use it without getting sick this time because I'm very nearsighted in my one eye. But they let me keep my glasses on, so it didn't make the VR mess up.
What headset did you use?
PSVR.
Oh, PSVR?
Yeah, PSVR.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually very nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was like just big enough that I could fit your glasses.
Because I've been kind of concerned with the PlayStation VR because it's running off of hardware that feels like it shouldn't really be able to do that. Plus, the resolution is way lower than all the other sets.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the resolution was not.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it's not like HTC Vive, but I think I might choose it over the Oculus because there have been times where I have tried out the Oculus and I don't think I've really ever been impressed by the stuff Oculus has done. Yeah, it's just like it's there. It's kind of gimmicky.
Well, you
Oculus
can't
is
wear your glasses with the Oculus. So
Oculus has also always kind of been a work in progress for the longest time, whereas PSVR actually seems to be tried to make into a consumer product. And I think that's the biggest problem with the Oculus and the Vive is that they don't really feel like consumer products yet, even though they're being sold to consumers. But I don't know. If I had the money, I'd buy a Vive just because it's, technically the best, most immersive, and least likely to give you motion sickness because of the immersion factor without all that weird sort of sensation you get in some of the other ones when it doesn't track you right.
Oh, I think we actually played another VR thing. Yeah, we did. There was like this pretty cool like Legends of the Hidden Temple VR experience. I don't know what they were using. I think it was the just the Samsung VR thing, but that was actually pretty cool. Also,
Yeah, you basically just kind of looked around the room a lot, though. To
yeah,
like find different stuff. Because there weren't like a controller or anything to
yeah. You were just basically moving and then like pressing a button on the side of the headset.
Yeah, it must be the Gear VR, probably. Because that's what I do have a Gear VR. It's just not that much to do with it, to be honest. It's a cool device. I just wish there was actual content for it. And it makes my phone get really, really hot. And it makes me nervous. But
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if phone VR is the future.
I think the Gear VR is like a good gateway device because it lets people get a better idea of what VR then's like than compared to something like the Google Cardboard. But it's still, not the true experience, and it's not something you're going to spend hours with.
Yeah, definitely not. If I were to do a VR experience, it'd probably be PlayStation VR. But then again, I'd have to shell out like $360 for a PS4.
Yeah, I think right now, like VR is too expensive for me to feasibly want it. Like it's interesting conceptually, but I don't care enough about it that I would actually buy it.
It's like it's priced pretty expensively, so it's like the problem is where do you put the prices for those games?
Right.
Like I keep hearing from E3 that the Batman Arkham VR is actually really cool. It's actually completely different. It's not like they just took Arkham Asylum and put some VR stuff in it. No, it's like this is like what Rocksteady's been working on since they finished Arkham Knight.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna invest in VR until probably when the Scorpio comes out. They're talking about having some kind of headset compatible with that. So then because I'm getting a Scorpio anyway, so that'll save me having to spend like $1,000 to upgrade my computer to experience decent VR. So I imagine,
Oh no, if there's some sort of like Sea of Thieves compatibility with like Scorpio, then like I'd hop aboard that instantaneously.
You'd hop aboard that boat.
That would be cool.
Ship.
Very
Yep.
immersive.
I'd set sail for that.
And what I'm hoping it'll just be like games have a VR mode, so it's not like you have to buy a special version of the VR game. So that's like really annoying. Like, oh, I own this game and now I have to rebuy it if I want it in my VR ecosystem.
Yeah, I think they would just allow it straight out of the box.
That would be interesting, but then again, that means like during development, you'd have to like work around with VR also. You'd be like, okay, how can we do this, but also have it support VR without looking like it's just tacked on?
Yeah.
Some games it would
be
work
tough
for,
either
some
way.
it wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like I still think VR can be a really cool thing, but I still think it's like very experimental. And I still don't think it's quite ready to be like publicly sold.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's still very much proof of concept.
I think it's getting there though. They just have to work out a way for it to be. I think my biggest thing is it's not very relaxing right now.
Yeah. This is motion control all over again, except that they put motion control out before it had really been tested, whereas VR has been tested thoroughly and still being tested.
I think there's definitely some really cool applications for it, and I still want to get an Omni Tread and go jogging in Skyrim. Screw the real world.
I'm just waiting for when they finally release Virtual Boy games on the 3DS eShop.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Dude, another thing I know this is the silliest thing to get excited about for VR, but I want the emulators but then it can actually have me like picking up the correct controller and playing it on whatever old TV in VR. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Be able to pick up a Game Boy and play like Super Mario Land on it in VR.
That'd be crazy. That'd be really cool.
So, yeah.
So we also played, what was it, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we got
that
played
one was
Pac-Man
really fun.
Championship. Dude,
Love those games.
that is like, have you guys played Championship Edition DX?
I
I think
DX,
so. I think it was
Yeah,
like a
it's-
pack-in with my old
Love that game.
360. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I love it to death. And I think what they're doing with Championship Edition 2 is like really cool because they've added like springboards, and there's this really cool thing now where when you get a very long like string of ghosts, it goes into this like small like cutscene of Pac-Man just like completely destroying all the ghosts in this like 3D environment. It's
Oh,
really
Yeah, in
cool.
general, it looks a lot more dynamic than the previous game. So
Nice. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Championship DX.
I just love how like all the Pac-Man designs also just like mesh together so well.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I didn't even know that was a thing that was coming out. I'm gonna have to look into that.
yeah, that was
I'd heard about it. I
announced
didn't know a
at
lot about it.
Comic-Con. So
Yeah, that was announced like the day before Comic-Con, and then it's like surprise, there's a demo.
Here it is. Nice.
There's also the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Now, I actually have Dragon Ball Xenoverse on Xbox One, and I have to say that I think they made some pretty great improvements for that one.
Nice.
I know nothing about the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I
games.
don't. I don't either.
you just gotta emulate your hero Goku. That's all you need to know. You
No,
want to be
it's-
like Goku, so you yell a lot.
His power level, it's over 9,000!
Yeah, basically the main thing of Dragon Ball Xenoverse is that you're basically playing as like a custom created character, and you're sort of like going through the Dragon Ball universe and like fixing timelines and stuff.
Because every game plot needs a time travel story. Just makes it make a lot of sense and makes it easy to follow if you haven't watched the show.
I used to watch it when I was younger.
I never got into it.
Then it got.
I knew nothing.
It's really hard to watch it as an adult now, though. It's just like, oh my god, you spent 2 episodes panting at each other. Why don't you do something?
Yeah, it's like, oh no, the planet's gonna blow up in like 2 hours, and it's like 15 episodes later, they're like, oh gosh, it's still about to blow up.
No, oh my god. Again, an editor is badly needed on that show.
Wow,
I will say though,
they
like some of
did an
the
edit.
recent movies they just released, those are actually pretty fun movies.
What is?
I haven't
Sorry,
seen it.
both you guys were talking at the same time. I missed it.
Oh no, they released they've been releasing movies recently, like new Dragon Ball movies,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're pretty good.
Have not watched any of them, but I watch way less anime than I used to. Most I don't really check up on anymore, except for Berserk, because Berserk's amazing.
Let's see, I think that's all the demos we played at Comic-Con. But there was,
Yeah,
like,
that's about it.
the other things we did were like the Adult Swim booth, which was actually pretty neat. They had like a Rick and Morty improv.
Oh, I've
yeah.
seen that on. Have you
That was so amazing.
talking about the
Actually.
courtroom case thing?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
they had the courtroom case, but that wasn't until the end. They actually like fully drunkenly improv'd an entire episode that night. Like
Yeah,
and
I'm not sure if that's online yet or not, but
That one, that isn't. I didn't even know about that. 'Cause
That-
everyone's
that is a
talking about the
shock,
court
right?
case.
yeah, the court case was amazing. We could not stop laughing at that. But the main attraction was basically like the Dan Harmon, Justin Roiland, and the voice of Summer. They basically all did a improv episode with a one word that they were given from the audience, and then they just had to act it out. And then they had somebody who was working on the Oni comics for Rick and Morty. She was there drawing what they were improving. And we were so lucky to get inside there because we were like the last people to get inside there before they cut off the line.
Yeah, we weren't sure if we were going to get in the line or if we were going to get into the thing or not because we were so close. We were like we were waiting in line for like 2 hours, I think, before we got in.
We didn't want it to be like another Samurai Jack because we were going to try to get into the Samurai Jack panel, but it was like 30 minutes until they began the panel, and the line was just so long by then. We're like, we're not making it.
Right. See, I really want to go to cons, but I'm guessing a lot of it's just literally waiting in lines, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing is, you find someone with a press pass, okay? It's very necessary. And then, see, you start, you have them grab your arm, and they say, yes, this person's with me. They can come in this entrance. And then people are like, okay, that's what you do. You find anyone with the press pass. Because otherwise you will be standing in line for hours and hours just trying to get into the thing.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and actually, the con is actually not that busy on preview night and Thursday. It's actually pretty low. It's like there are people there, but it's not as crowded. Actually easily get to stuff.
Though I imagine the stuff you want to see is probably not at the preview night for the most part.
Some good amount is...
Preview night's basically when they just show off the exhibit hall for like 3 hours. And they're like, okay, come back tomorrow for the panels and stuff.
Right. See, I'd love to see one of those panels.
Yeah, I know they actually tried something new this year where they were actually live streaming a lot of those panels via a service called like Comic Con HQ or something.
Oh wow!
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope they keep doing that. I love that. I love to be able to sort of watch. I mean, it's not like it's going to really stop people from showing up to Comic Con. So.
Right. I mean, it sells out anyway.
Yeah.
I will say, though, it seems like they really did up security this year because not many things really got leaked out.
That's good.
I know. I was waiting for the trailers, man. Where's the trailers? That Guardians of the Galaxy trailer with Baby Groot? I want to see it, damn it. But, oh well. I have to wait.
You gotta settle for Justice League.
Oh, that looked terrible. I don't want to talk too much about comic book movies, but... the only thing that looked good from DC's side was the Wonder Woman movie. Everything else looked pretty bad.
I feel like comic book movies are finally starting to grate on people. You know, people were fine with Deadpool because it changed it up a bit, and then, you know, you had Batman vs. Superman, which sort of...
That was a bad movie.
Which sort of exacerbated everything that people, like, were not liking about comic book movies.
Bummer.
I didn't mind Batman vs. Superman as much as... I don't know why everyone hates it so much. It's not a great movie, but...
You can't even follow what's going on. It's a really bad movie. It is an awful, awful movie, and I would never watch it again, and I would never wish it upon anyone.
The director's... The ultimate R-rated cut puts back a lot of story elements and makes more sense, but...
Yeah,
I watched that version of it, and it was still
Did
bad.
You? Oh,
yes,
okay.
it was bad. It was a bad movie.
But, like, I like that it actually explains some more stuff, and they put some good stuff in there, but then it seems like they also added a lot of really unnecessary stuff, and also really weird things that they just shouldn't have, just so they could say, "Oh, look, we have an R rating. We said the F word." Ooh.
It should have been two. It should have been two Superman movies and a Batman movie, but not the same movie.
Yeah,
It was way too long, and it like only half of it made sense.
I didn't like the last half of the movie. I thought it was just stupid.
Yeah.
I thought Ben Affleck did a pretty good job as Batman. As skeptical as I was about him,
Yeah, no, I'm still very positive on Ben Affleck's Batman. I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of still enjoyed the Justice League trailer. I like how much charisma he has.
Yeah, I just wish they would make a damn Batman movie and stop trying to jump right until like Justice League and Batman versus Superman and all this.
The
stuff.
Lego Movie was a better Batman movie than Batman versus Superman.
Love that movie.
Hey, we're getting the Lego Batman movie next year, aren't we?
Yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
for that.
Nice. It
Yeah.
should be
That's
good.
gonna be way better. It's gonna be like the best Batman movie.
I don't know, man. Dark Knight. Nothing beats the Dark Knight.
Well, it will be Dark Knight. It'll be the Lego Dark Knight.
The Lego Dark Knight. Okay.
My least favorite part of Batman versus Superman is how Batman is usually just there to say "I'm Batman," and then he just walks away. And the camera pans to Superman, and he's like, "I'm not Batman. I'm not as cool as Batman."
Yeah.
And then
I honestly
cuts
want
to Jesse Eisenberg, and he's just like trying to play the Joker, but he's like, "Oh wait, I'm not the Joker." Oh,
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg was the biggest problem with that movie. He was not Lex Luthor. He was just playing. It was like he was playing, Mark Zuckerberg from the Social Network movie, except more evil.
well,
Like he can
I don't
only
know,
play
maybe
one character.
Maybe a little less evil. Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. Someone should take that movie and re-edit it just so it's only about Batman. Just re-edit, take out anything without Batman in it, so it's entirely just from his perspective because nothing else matters.
Or they could just take the movie and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we're really off topic this week because
So,
we
yeah.
had a lot of
It
weird.
was a really bad movie.
I'm not sure if there's much else to say about Comic-Con though.
No?
Oh, that's all right. We've been going for a good hour, so
Yeah. I think we covered the important stuff. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's really hot in this room right now because I had to close the window.
Can we just end on Batman versus Superman? More like Badman? Batman? Versus...
Batman.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's awful. Goodbye.
It wasn't that bad.
It was a bad movie!
I enjoyed it.
Podcast going.
I enjoyed it more than
this movie was.
No
No,
desire to
no.
see it.
I just gotta say that I still enjoyed it more than I think the Thor movies, for example. I thought.
Oh
It was,
yeah,
I don't think it was either.
I thought
I
it
don't know.
was better than the weakest Marvel movies, but I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't really care about the Thor movies either.
Yeah.
Wait, have we
Thor's-
stopped recording finally?
No.
Keep all this in.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. This has been the Lockcast.
with extra professionalism this week.
Super tangent. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you all next week.
Yeah.
Do wanna
You
wrap it
guys
up
have
now?
you guys have a great
Okay.
one. I think we're good.
All right. Thanks for coming on the show, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
It's really bad.
Bye.